Hey guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. Welcome to the channel where we talk a lot about feminine energy, self-improvement topics, manifestation stuff, relationship stuff. Today, one of the most important thing, this is actually I personally experienced this right now today. I wake up in the morning and I had experience of a huge shift or transformation inside of me. This will be a little bit of the manifestation, a little bit of the spirituality content. I'm gonna talk about one most important thing that actually hinder people moving into the new version of themselves or manifesting their reality or manifesting their relationship, whatever they are about, they want to manifest or they want to move into. This one thing actually stops, and this was a realization of my own manifestation today. I realized it's actually about going back to the past. So I'm gonna talk about that and how to surpass this so that you can actually move towards getting what you want or becoming that version, not really becoming, being that version, because I hate the word becoming. I already covered in that in my previous video, you can check it out. But being that version of you who already have those things that you want. So I want to talk about this holding back thing, going back into the past, because this is sometimes it's really tricky and we are not able to catch ourselves that we are doing it subconsciously, but it really stops us from moving into the new direction or new version of us. So let's talk about that. Before that, give this video a big thumbs up. Do consider subscribing for more such videos. You can very well check the female self-care planner if you're interested. It's a PDF download, the link is in description. Okay, so one of the foremost thing that actually stops people or prevent them, or kind of like a hurdle or an obstacle when they want to move to the new version of themselves, or they want to achieve something new, or they want to be something new or whatever. Okay, if you want to manifest a relationship, a money, car, job, career, whatever, being that new version, something that's holding you back. So what is that? That's your past stuffs. So that is the thing that you need to take care of, because when you realize that I want to be this version of me who already have those things that I want, because there are parallel realities of me, there are so many dimensions of me, and I'm gonna choose this dimension, reality, this version of me that already have those things, then there is a pullback force. Because if you realize there is like a Newton third law, and it's also the nature law for the balance of the pendulum, or the Newton third law, you can take it in either way. There is an equal and opposite force or action or reaction to a particular reaction. I hope it makes sense. Allow me to explain, because I use the terminology, I made the sentence in a different way. Okay, so what I really mean by that, when you are applying a force in one direction, there are going to be equal and opposite force that will going to be applied in the opposite direction to bring it into the center. That's kind of like a balancing forces of a pendulum. If you pull the pendulum in this direction, the pendulum has to come in the center, so it will going to apply an equal and opposite force in this direction so that it comes in the center. Likewise, when you are moving into your new version, when you being that new version of you, and you ignore the ego mind, you ignore the 3D reality, you ignore everything, and you just be that version of you, then there is sometimes the pullback force, an equal and opposite pullback force into your past life. You might have experienced this personally, like when you are moving in the new direction, your 3D is actually going to reflect you for some time, the old or past life, and you see that the people will gonna create a kind of like a obstacle for you to move in the new direction. Like it happened with me when I actually dropped out from the med school. I'm professionally a doctor, so I switched the career from medical career to entrepreneurship to art, designing, and now to the spirituality. I see time on time, in the beginning, everyone was against me. My parents were against me, my colleagues were against me, and I like everything in the 3D was kind of like biting me for me moving into the new direction. And there was like a pullback force, and the people were telling me, why did you change it? Go back to your old version, go back to your old professional or profession or career, whatever. So, and I also have faced the rude behavior of the people, change behavior of them. They were like not at all friendly towards me because of this new version of me. So in the beginning there was a pullback force, and the past was calling me. It's actually, the thing is created by your ego mind. Don't take your ego mind, we also say don't take it too seriously, but also you don't need to take it like a small baby. No, it's very, very powerful, because you created this ego mind in the first place. You put in the information, you put in the beliefs, the thoughts, all that stuff in your ego mind, and you created a reality based on that ego mind. And now ego mind is created based on the versions of you had in the past, so it wanted you to go back to that old version of you because it's very loyal to you, and it's there to protect you, to save you, to safeguard you. And when there is something new, it's like risky. When something is new, it's risky for it because it doesn't know how it's gonna go. So it wants you to go back to the past, which is old reality, which is a safe environment, comfortable environment. And that's why there is a pullback force. And sometimes this pullback force is so hard, it's literally so hard that everything in your 3D reality is telling you to give up on your new version and get back to your old reality over again. So that's when I've seen the people starting their new businesses or switching careers. They see that they literally had a huge money loss, or their parents are against them, their family members against them, or their wife is against them if they are married, or they have the breakup with their partner, breakup with their girlfriend and boyfriend. Like there is something huge happening because that ego stuff is like actually pulling you back, is telling you, hey, listen to me. Hey, listen to me. I'm your past. I'm more safe. I'm more comfortable. Listen to me. You created this reality. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. It's kind of like a calling you in the past. Like it's kind of like a holding you back. And that's why you see the people going back and forth when they want to move into the new version of themselves. They move a little bit, but then the past is again calling them, and then they move back. So it's kind of like a forth and back, like a pendulum switching like this. They're not in the center. They're like this. And they constantly move back and forth, and that's why they don't get the results. They don't achieve what they want to achieve. They don't get what they want because they are in back and forth. They don't commit to their new version 100%. When you want to change something, or when you want to create something that you never created before out of literally nothing, you don't even have a proof of that it could be created by you, or it could be possible case for you, then you have to commit to that 100%. No matter what is showing in the 3D reality, you have to commit to it until it actually changes in your favor. Because if you're going back and forth, you're never gonna get the results. Because sometimes you are like in the new version, you're like, oh, I feel good, I'm in the new version, blah 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 blah, and then something, you feel discomfort, you feel bad, or somebody says something to you, or something triggers you, and then you go back to the past, and then you're in the past again. Then you struggle, go back to the new, then you go back to the past, new, old, kind of like going back and forth. And that hinders and stops you from moving forward to getting what you want. So you have to commit 100% to your new version, no matter what's happening. No matter somebody break up with you, no matter what's happened in your 3D situation, you have to have faith in the unknown, in the new version of you. You have to have faith. The faith, the love is the thing, is your best buddies when you're moving into the new version of you. When you want to manifest literally from nothing, you had no experience of manifestation before in that particular space. You never did it before. It's something new. You have to have faith. You have to have commitment. You have to have love. Then only you're going to be able to move into the new direction. Otherwise, the ego mind, the old reality, which is very, very loyal to you, will try to going to pull you back. And if you are not stubborn, if you're not assertive, if you're not arrogant in the new version of you, then it will going to be succeeded enough to pull you back into the past reality, the past version of you, and then you're not gonna get what you want. So this thing actually reminded me in the morning itself. I wake up in the morning, I had such a crazy dream of my past version. Like it was like a crazy dream, okay? It was like very past reality of me, past version of me I saw in the dream. And then I wake up, and then I was watching some video on the YouTube that was actually talking about the same exact thing. Don't go back, don't hold yourself. But she was talking in a different perspective, in a different manner, which is totally different that I'm saying right now, totally different. But then the topic was the same. And then I had a huge transformation, and I was like, I'm shifting. I'm vibrationally shifting into the new version of me. And I can't go back because this new version of me was there for a very long time. I can say from few months, and it's been calling into me into the new direction. And I was in the new direction, but then there's something happens, and then it pulled me back into the old reality, to pull me back into the past, and then I'm like back and forth in this way. And then today I was like, enough is enough. I'm not going to do back and forth. I'm going to 100% committed to the new version, no matter how much ego wants to pull me back into the old reality. And that's where the topic of this content comes from, because I realize that this is the thing that most of the people get confused and tricky, and that's the reason the people fail in creating the life of their dreams or getting what they want, because they allow the ego to push themselves into the past version of you, past version of them, when they wanted to be in the new version, because there is a opposite pullback force. So you have to be very careful, because this ego can be literally powerful. It looks powerful because it's created by you, it's created by your old version, and it's very loyal to you. It's there to save you, it's there for protecting a safeguard around you. So it's gonna pull you back. There's gonna be backward force, so be prepared. If you're moving into the new direction, be prepared. There's gonna be a pullback force. It can be strong, small, I don't know, depending on your situation it can vary, but there's gonna be some kind of a force that wants to go back to the old version. So you have to be committed 100% to the new version, to not go back. And then when you commit 100% to the new version of you, then the things literally change for you, and then you get what you want. So stop holding back, stop going back to your old version and looking at the familiarity of the situation, looking at the comfortable stuff, safe things. No, don't feed into that. And that's why I realized one most important thing about the visualization technique when you're doing to manifest anything. Usually we visualize the things from the past, because those are in our memories, and we try to visualize based on the past. But then I realized one thing, that when we are visualizing something from the past memory, then it's gonna pull us back in the past. It's not gonna help us move in the forward. So you need to visualize something that's not happened in your past without taking any information from the past. So it's not gonna be able to pull you back into the past version or old version of you. It may be literally a little bit deep thing, but then personally experienced today. So that's why I want to share with you, because I feel like that's what sometimes hold me back when I'm moving towards the new version of me, or achieving the things that I want to achieve in the 3D reality or whatever. So don't go back, don't give up. I know when you're trying so hard to get where you want to get, or to achieve something in your life, you're working really, really hard, and you feel like it's a struggle. Please don't go back. Please don't go back. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your new version of you. It's there for you, waiting for you to come back. It's waiting for you to go in the direction, and don't look back. Don't go back. Don't go back. Past is an illusion. Past never existed. The only thing you have right now, the power, is in the present moment. So you decide whether you go to the past version of you, or you're gonna be the new version of you that already have those things that you ever wanted in your life. So hopefully you get something out of it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Your questions, your queries, as usual, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you the next time. Till then, take care. Bye guys.